And again, we welcome you to Don Martin's Lernerville Speedway on our Cancer Awareness and Survival Night. It's also Kenny Ross Auto Group Night. The table that was inside the main gate has now moved to the Lernerville Apparel Trailer, which is under the grandstands between turn 4 and the start-finish line. Folks, you can donate $5 to the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure tonight at the Lernerville Apparel Trailer and receive a $5 coupon toward your admission here next Friday night, as we benefit, try tonight to raise some money for cancer awareness and breast cancer research, etc. The Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure, which was held last week in Pittsburgh. On behalf of our General Manager Gary Risch Jr. and our staff, we want to welcome you one and all to Don Martin's Lernerville Speedway. Great you could be with us, and it's great to be here with the sun shining and no threat of rain, etc. Kenny Ross Auto Group Night, as we said. A big night of racing. 96 cars are signed into the pit area. Before we get started, we ask that you please rise for our opening ceremonies. Gentlemen, if you could remove your caps. As always, here to lead us in our invocation, our track chaplain from the Motor Racing Outreach, the Reverend Bill Beck.
Thank you, Diehl. It's a privilege to be out here tonight and to look out and see the beautiful skies and the sunshine that we have tonight. I'd like to tell you that this past week we lost a member of the racing family. Many of you might know him, was Tim Rear. He was a track announcer, and he was confined to a wheelchair since he was a teenager, and at 44 he died. And I had the awesome privilege of doing his going home ceremony the other night. And Tim would like you to know, if he were here, to enjoy these races and to please contribute to the Cancer Society. And to you that are society members of the Cancer Society that are recovered and those that might be struggling with it now. And tonight I even found out that one of my friends that's a longtime friend of Lernerville Speedway has been diagnosed with cancer this week. And so I'd ask you, as we pray tonight, that we lift up all our cancer people and we ask for the cure to come quickly. We don't need to lose any more people in this world that we live in. Father God, we're so grateful that we have an opportunity to come to a place like a racetrack and lift up our friends and our fellow members, to ask you, God, to reach down and touch them. And Father, we ask for the finances and the wherewithal to communicate with the medical people a cure for cancer. It's so insidious. And Father, we ask you to be with us tonight at this track, to put protection over each member, each race driver, each crew member, each person that sits in the grandstands, and the officials, that we would have a good night of racing and enjoy ourselves in Jesus' name. Amen.
Thank you, Bill. And here to lead us in our national anthem tonight, a sophomore from Freeport High School, 16-year-old Megan McGuire.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets regular, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
If you're looking for quality repairs at competitive prices and high standards, look no further than Commercial Tree. To get started, the chalk line in turn number 4, and the green is out. Danny Holtgraver from the pole has the lead into turn 2. Dan Kurger in the 08 is second as Dan into 3. Carl Bowser is third. Rod George quickly into 4th. Kurger goes high, and the Bogsville Bullet moves the number 10 car into 2nd. Right behind him, Hot Rod George. Rod George, the Katanning Comet, trying to take 3rd away from Kurger, and will do so with a low side pass into turn 3. Schaefer runs 5th in the 9 car. And we got a car spinning, 43, Garrett Crummert. Coming at you in turn 4, green is back out. Still Carl Bowser in front, Rod George second. Scott Priester goes to the outside to swing into 3rd. Schaefer follows him to 4th. Schaefer now trying to pass Priester for 3rd there. Wheel to wheel as they head into turn number 1. The Bogsville Bullet, the Terry Bowser Excavating Ithaca Gun Company number 10 of Carl Bowser maintains the lead halfway through this first heat race. Schaefer now solidly into 3rd. Rod George still second, and the Doc Crawford Pro Shot Directional Boring, Suzanne Stuyvesant number 4, and he's trying to put a little heat on Bowser. Schaefer and Priester continue to wage war off of 4. Kurger's dropped back to 5th, and then it's Garrett Crummert and Sheila Rankin. Two laps to go for Carl Bowser. Rod George changes his line, tries to go to the outside to see if he can find a little better traction through 1 and 2 as the white flag waves. He is closed in a big way with a lap to go. Rod George goes to the outside of Carl Bowser in 1 and 2, and he swings into the lead off the second turn. The Katanning Comet will go low side through 3 and 4 to take tonight's first checkered flag. Carl Bowser second, Kevin Schaefer 3rd, Scott Priester 4th. And picking up the win, Rod George in car number 4 out of Katanning, passing Carl Bowser on the final lap to victory lane. Sign up every Friday night at the Lernerville Apparel Trailer to be our fan of the week. Second of 3 heats for the commercial truck and trailer sprint cars. Brent Madison to 33, 4K Bill Kiley. They come to life and the green is out. Mattis into the lead. Mike Lutz is second. Scott Bonnell quickly to 3rd, and Gary Rankin drives off the low side of turn 2 into 4th. Rankin working the inside. The others move up. Rankin to 3rd. Lindsay Ensko bobble in turn 4, goes to the back of the field. Brent Mattis, your leader. Mike Lutz second. Gary Rankin and Scott Bonnell side by side for 3rd. Bob Felmy now trying to take the 5th spot away from Bill Kiley, and does so into turn 1. Rankin just ahead of Bonnell for 3rd, right behind the 8 of Mike Lutz. Coming to the halfway mark, Brent Mattis, your leader in the McClyman Supply and Transit JSP Allied Rubber and Supply 33. Mike Lutz's Centerline Boring 8 still second. Scott Bonnell now has taken over 3rd in the Bonnell Collision Center 3B. Gary Rankin in the 16th, 4th, and Bob Felmy in the 6th, trying to close in the World of Wheels J&J. He is 5th and trying to close on the front 4 as they complete lap 5. We've got 3 to go, 2.5 now for Brent Mattis. Out of Wampum, Felmy within striking distance of Gary Rankin for the 4th spot. 2 laps remaining. Felmy within a couple of car lengths of Rankin as they head down the back straightaway. A lap to go for Brent Mattis. Mike Lutz still second, Scott Bonnell 3rd. Bob Felmy now challenging Gary Rankin for 4th. Checkered flag out for Brent Mattis. Mike Lutz 2nd, Scott Bonnell 3rd, and Gary Rankin will get the 4th spot. Gary Rankin gets fourth, putting him into the pill draw. 3B Scott Bennell third, 8 Mike Lutz second, and your winner, the 33 of Brent Mattis. His trailer sprint cars, sprint car fans, June 5th, 3 weeks away. The All-Star Sprinters will be here with the Dirt Car Pro late models and the Sportsman that night. No Dirt Car late models. Green is out. 17-year-old Pete Miller the third, darting into the lead. Miller has got the lead. Ruth is second, and here comes the Apollo Rocket, Ed Lynch Jr. Charlie Holben on the move in the 15 as well. Lynch challenges for the lead. It's Miller in front, Lynch second as they head into one, maybe no more. The Apollo Rocket takes over the top spot. Whoa, Holben goes from the very bottom to the very top in the 15. Fortunately did not collect anybody on his way up the racetrack. He's third. And Pete Miller's going to spin out. Charlie Holben does a great job avoiding him. Green is out. Lynch leads. The battle is for second. It's Jack Soderman in the unwired 23 to the outside to swing into second. And Charlie Holben in the 15 car is now third. Gil Ruth Sr. fourth. Todd Bauer in the 45 is fifth, trying to get fourth off at turn 2 down the back straightaway. Lynch in front by a straightaway. Track's been heavy, he's been fast. Track's been slick, he's been fast. Soderman by himself in second. Holben and Bauer, and then Ruth and Miller will spin again. That's his second caution. Green is back out. Ed Lynch Jr. continues to pick him up and put him down as he heads down the back straightaway. Charlie Holben to the low side, trying to close on Jack Soderman Jr. for second. Two laps to go, 2 to go. Lynch takes the white flag as he continues to pull away. Pull away in a hurry. Todd Bauer in the 45 trying to close the gap on Charlie Holben for third. The Apollo Rocket stays unbeaten. Now 4 heat race wins on the season. Jack Soderman Jr. second, Charlie Holben third, and Todd Bauer fourth. Ed Lynch Jr. stayed. Todd Bauer fourth. They're going to the redraw as we move into the Friedman Fresh Market Dirt Car late models. Matt Lux out of Franklin in the 21 on the pole. Outside tonight's Erasers bonus box driver in the Cochran Automotive 1C, Lynn Geisler from Cranberry Township. 17, Keith Barbara from South Dirt Cars Super Late Models. Lux and Geisler bring the field to the stripe off at turn 4. Great start as the green is out. Lux had the lead. Geisler tries to take it from him down the back straightaway. They're still side by side into 3. Keith Barber right behind him in third as they head off of 4. It's Lux, Geisler, and Barbara. Garvin is fourth. Barbara's going to go to the outside of 1 and 2. Lux continues to lead over Geisler. Barbara, and we got a spin. Todd Bachman in car 66. The Hunter's Truck Sales 66. Turned around in the middle of 1 and 2 along with the 15 of Ray Kroll. Bruce Budweiser points fund here at Lernerville. Heat race, Friedman Fresh Market, Dirt Car late models. Matt Lux. It's the stripe and the green is out. The battle is for second. Geisler trying to protect that low line. Barber right there, and John Garvin trying to make it 3 wide as they thunder down the back chute. Barbara slides into second. He moves up a lane, and here comes Geisler racked back by off at turn 4. Barbara third, Garvin is fourth. Tom Bateman running fifth in car 32. Matt Lux is your leader. Off of 1 and 2, it's still Lux over Geisler, Barbara and Garvin. Bateman is fifth. Bateman gets way high, and he's over the banking in turn 4. And he stalls the race car. The caution is out. Carnegie's Tom Bateman racing, and don't forget Route 68 at the river in East Brady. Side by side we go as the green waves again. Geisler goes to the very outside. He'll dive down off that second turn, trying to make a different line run at Matt Lux. Barbara to the inside of Lynn for second as they race off at turn 4. It's still Geisler second. Lux your leader. Barbara putting the heat on for second. He's got a bit of an advantage on Geisler in turn 2. Lynn edges him down the back straightaway. Garvin is fourth. Barbara now into the second spot, dropping Geisler to third. Garvin is fourth. Matt Lux continues to lead in the Ultramats. Equipment World Magazine 21. Geisler back under Barber in that battle for second. They've changed it about 3 or 4 times here. This is the final time around. Lux in front. Geisler just ahead of Barber as they race for second and third. Fourth is Garvin. Off of 4, Lux will win it. Geisler second, Barber third, Garvin fourth. Terry Porter and Jim Kerpakis and Tom Bateman. Your winner, the 21 of Matt Lux. Lynn Geisler in the 1 gets second. He and Keith Barber trading that spot several times. Barber at third, John Garvin outside. The Brewston Mills Bandit in the 46, Doug Horton from Brewston Mills, West Virginia. Row 2 in the black 72, Michael Norris from Sarver. Starting fourth, the Calusi Chevy H1 from South Park, Jared Mylar this year. He's been very good here, hasn't yet to win, but he's been awfully close. Michael Norris, Heartbreak Hotel last week in the 72 car. Let's go racing, boys. Horton storms into the lead in the 46. And down the back straightaway, look at this scramble for second, third, fourth, and fifth. Let's try to make it 4 wide. Oh, Miley gets too high in the Calusi Chevy H1, and he'll go around. Caution is out. Doug Horton looks stout. Michael Norris, this guy has really come into his own the last couple of weeks, just needs a little racing luck, as they say, the 72. Yeah. The ignition box failed last Friday night while he was leading the feature. And he's trying to close on Horton. Flinner goes to the outside. Kudus in the middle. Sarver down low into 3 as they slide up the banking. Doug Horton maintains the advantage. Chuck Sarver, he's got that Kenny Ross 88 moving on the inside. Kenny Ross Auto Group night here at Lernerville, and Chuck Sarver has got a little giddy up in a step. He challenges Norris for second. Flinner and Miley. Miley, who went to the tail, comes all the way to fourth now. We got a caution again. 25, Mark Booth. Doug Horton and 16-year-old Michael Norris, your front row. Norris leading the feature last week, to only have ignition problems. Green is back out. 5 laps to go. Chuck Sarver's Kenny Ross 88 in third. The Calusi Chevy H1 of Miley fourth, and it's Flinner in the 48. Halfway, the Brewston Mills Bandit out in front. Quite a battle we got going for fourth. Second's not too shabby either. Michael Norris just ahead of Chuck Sarver, then Flinner and Miley. Going at it hard down the back straightaway to turn number 3. The Brewster Mills bandit Doug Horton continues to hit his marks. Chuck Sarver almost alongside of Michael Norris now for second. Through 1 and 2. Sarver, Norris, and now Flinner trying to make it 3 wide as they race into 3. Off of 4, Big John Flinner on the low side will move into second. The south side welding, John's towing 48. Doug Horton driving away by a straightaway. Doesn't even look like he's hitting the gas pedal. That car's just glued to the racetrack with a lap remaining. Silky smooth. Flinner second now. Sarver third. Norris fourth. Miley fifth. Then Gary Lyle. And it's not over yet. Caution is out. Caution is out. Mark Booth for the second time losing the grip and turn. Finishing a heat race as we do in our feature events. Doug Horton has been on a rail from the start of this one. Can he keep it up? John Flinner, who started back in the field, back in 6th, is now second. Here we go into 1. Horton and Flinner, Sarver, Norris way up top, and Sarver gets by Flinner. Kenny Ross and Sons 88 into second. Can he hold it? Here they come off of 4. Horton wins it. Sarver second, Flinner third, and I think Miley got 4th. Jared Miley able to get 4th off the final turn from Michael Norris. 48, John Flinner third. Chuck Sarver gets second in the 88, and Doug here. Uniontown's John Over on the pole in the K2. Outside is double duty Dave Murdoch in the 1J from Slippery Rock. The A-Train, Alex Faree from Saxonburg in the 4. 2J from Imperial, Mike Johnson. Good to see Bob Waring Jr. back in action at the Lernerville Speedway. He is the new driver in car 67 out of John Over, Davey Murdoch bring the field to turn 4. The green is out. Good start. Over had the lead. Murdoch now in front, and Faree moves quickly to second. Here comes Mike Johnson on the high side in the 2J. Satterley down the road. They're 3 wide for third. Off of 4, it's Johnson, Satterley, and Over. Double duty day of the Piper Farm Equipment 1J just ahead of the American Diecast 4 Faree, the Chem Oil. 2J of Johnson rolling on the high side, and the Satterley Petroleum 22 of Greg Satterley down low, edge ahead for third as they head into turn number 1. Mussolino has gone to the infield in the 21. Faree getting a little anxious. He'll go outside of Murdoch into turn number 3. Will for the lead off of 4. It's still double duty Dave over Awesome Alex. And go get him, Greg. Another good one. Murdoch, Faree, Satterley, Johnson, and Waring now into the mixing car 67. Off of turn number 4, halfway. Davey Murdoch continues to show the way. In the Highland Tire, Piper's Farm Equipment 1J over the American Diecast 4 and the Satterley Petroleum Distributors 22. Waring now has taken over the 4th spot. The Omnifab Brad Penn Racing Oil 67 up into 4th. Down the back straightaway. Two laps to go. Faree goes back to the top in turn 1, trying to carry the momentum off at turn 2. Down the back straightaway. Murdoch, it's getting closer as they head into 3. Faree up high. Satterley down low for second. Satterley moves to second. Faree is third. We got a lap to go. Murdoch trying to win it. Awesome Alex has got the momentum up high, and Greg Satterley's digging off the low side. Down the back chute. 3 wide. No. 2 wide for the lead into 3. Off of 4. Davey Murdoch second in the point standings. Going to win it. Satterley just ahead of Faree. Waring 4th. Johnson 5th. Double duty Dave Murdoch had to work his tail off to beat we get set for the Diehl Auto Group Big Block Modifieds. 38 out of Greensburg, Phil Evans Jr. Outside, your points leader from New Brighton, the 777 of Diehl Auto Group. Route 8 south of Butler. Dirt Car Modifieds. Good start at the line. No much gets much truer than that. And the Bolin Machine 777 of Rev and Kevin Bolin from the outside of the front row is your leader. Phil Evans Jr. second, Tom Winkle third, Mike Turner and Jeremiah Shingledecker right behind Evans sideways in the 38. Winkle goes by on the inside and Shingledecker on the outside. Rev and Kevin Bolin in front, Shingledecker and Winkle wheel to wheel for second. The Morton Buildings 37 and the Bear Run Enterprises 28. Bolin over the banking. Your leader goes high and wide and out of the ballpark. Comes back up into fifth. Better than the back of the field, but he lost 4 spots, and Jeremiah Shingledecker is your new leader. Tom Winkle putting the pressure on as they race into 1 and 2. Phil Evans Jr.'s 38 car third. Turner is still fourth. Bolin a close fifth as he tries to battle back. Halfway. The Morton Buildings, Hards Welding 37 of Shingledecker still in front over the AGX Bear Run Pipeline 28 of Tom Winkle. The Pittsburgh Machine Service, Smith Oil Company 38 of Phil Evans Jr. third, and it's Mike Turner and his Premier Vinyl Graphics Murdix Auto 96. 2 to go. Not much than a car length or a half separating those two the whole way around the racetrack. Jeremiah Shingledecker and Tom Winkle now nosing ahead as they head into 3. Wheel to wheel, side by side, sliding off the banking of 4. It's Winkle in front by a car length. The final lap, Bolin trying to get back into the top 4 for the pill draw. He's to the inside of Turner. Who's going to win it, folks? Tom Winkle or Jeremiah Shingledecker? Side by side off of 4, and it's going to be, I don't know. Phil Evans third, Bolin fourth. Tom Winkle, your winner by 4 1/1000ths of a second over Jeremiah Shingledecker. Scheduled to start on the pole. He is scratched, okay? That was Ron Epperthener from Grove City. Out there we've got Steve Fetter from Butler in the 45. The 29E is last year's rookie. Green is out. Steve Fetter. Mark Flick moves quickly to second in the Baker number 2. Fetter, your leader, Flick second. '29 over the banking. It's one of the Martin boys. The cars are all so hard to read the numbers from here anyway. 6, Carl Murdoch is 4th, and it's Brian Swartzlander in the 83 running 5th. It's Eric Martin. It's running up in position number 3. This would be his brother Dustin in the 29D. Swartzlander challenging Murdoch now for 4th. Murdoch to the inside of Eric Martin for 3rd, as Steve Fetter is your leader. The Meridian Styles, Johnson's Auto Service, Tom Henry Chevrolet 45. It's a Teo Pro car. He's looking strong as he heads down the back chute in the middle of 3 and 4. Coming to the halfway mark, 4 down and 4 to go. Brian Swartzlander now, the McCutcheon Enterprises 83, slides up into 3rd. Better still your leader over Flick, and spinning out is Eric Martin in the 29E. Caution is out. In front in the 45, the third-year driver. Flick and Swartzlander about to turn up the heat. Let's try to make it 3 wide into turn 1. And Swartzlander down on the bottom takes the lead. Fletter spins. Murdoch, boom, boom, ba-bang, bang. Ouch, ouch, ouch. Goen Racing, Mesta 11, and Murray Racing. And 23 teams are a point behind with 3. Doesn't cost you anything to sign up. You change your wild card driver every 2 weeks. You can. So if you'd like to find out more, go to Lernerville.com, and there you can link on. By the way, modified fans, don't forget, 3 laps remaining. Mark Flick is your leader now. Brian Swartzlander alongside, and the green is out. Swartzlander on the outside trying to take the lead away from Flick in the McCutcheon Enterprises car, and he's got it down the back chute. Fetter back up to third. 2 to go. Eric Martin running in 4th. His brother Dustin is 5th, and spinning around off the second turn. Carl Murdoch able to get by. Dustin went one way, then he went the other way, and we've got the caution back out. Modified vehicles. We're down to 5. 6 laps down. Brian Swartzlander trying to keep pace with Ed Lynch Jr. in the National Guard Heat Race Challenge points. Lynch won his 3rd heat race since the challenge started tonight. Swartzlander trying to do the same, and he's opened up quite a lead there in 1 lap. One more time around. Flick 2nd, Fetter is 3rd. Brian Swartzlander, folks, going to win at the McCutcheon Enterprises. Precise Racing Products 83. Mark Flick 2nd. Steve Fetter 3rd, and 4th to Eric Martin. So Swartzlander and Lynch will remain top. Check that. We've got one more modified. I don't know why I'm a race ahead all night. But anyway, the final heat race for the modifieds will line up like this. 20D is Dale Rouget Jr., last week's winner on the pole out of Frenchville. We have a couple cars scratched. That's right. Dave Regis in the 27R scratched from this race. Remember, he had motor problems in fast laps tonight. Dave Regis. Dale Rouget Jr., the Frenchville Flyer. The Vinyl Graphics Unlimited. Hirsch meets K&H Air Fillers 20 in front, and now comes the Armstrong Zoom. Steve's auto body. 61 of Davey Murdoch into 2nd. Mike Miller and the Jennifer Designs Hair Salons, Ashcraft Speed and Marines 72, though not giving up that 2nd spot just yet. He and Murdoch race wheel to wheel into 3. Brian Sadler in the 5 is 4th. Then it's the rookies, Sean Fligger in the 88 and Dennis Slater in the 69. Steele going at it side by side for 2nd. Murdoch and Miller, like a pair of M&Ms. Murdoch has got the advantage on the front stretch. We'll see if Miller can get back around in turn 2. And he does. But Dave goes back down the back straightaway to that 2nd spot. Big lead for Dale Rouget Jr. Straightaway advantage with 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Good race for second still. Dave Murdoch, Mike Miller. Murdoch able to hook up, coming off the corners and open up a few car lengths on Miller. Mike seems to have been the faster of the two through the turns, at least through 1 and 2, but Davey now has solidified his hold on the second spot as we're on the final lap of the Diehl Auto Group Dirt Car Modified Heat Race number 3, and the Frenchville Flyer Dale Rouget Jr. is going to stay hot. Won last Friday night, picks up the heat race win tonight. Murdoch second, Miller third. Brian Sadler in the 5 car will finish in position number 4. First heat race win this year for Dale Rouget Jr. in car number 20, 61. Davey race scheduled to line up like this. The 5 of Don McClure out of Sarver. Outside from Butler, the 28Y of Terry Young. Row 2, the 7 of Eric Petrowski from Cranberry Township. Last week's winner, the Green Machine, Bob Lipinski. Petrowski in the 7, Lipinski the 55, McPherson the 33, Wallers the 35, Haas in the 48, Miller the 87, and Fosnard in the whoa! Kevin Haas was trying to run the quarter mile in the 48. He was up on the curb in turn 4. The Green Machine of Bob Lipinski blasts into the lead. Terry Young is second. Corey McPherson in the C33's got third right now. Jeff Walters in the 35, Eric Petrowski in the 7, Haas in the 48, all running together for that 5th spot. Bob Lipinski, the executive brokerage services, Hampton Concrete 55L. Ahead of the Terry Young Custom Closet Company, Young Electric, Young Accounting, Young Funeral Home. You name it, Youngs have got it. 28Y, he is second. Rookie driver Corey McPherson from Tarentum in third. The veteran Jeff Walters back racing this year from Evans City in the 35 is fourth. Lipinski pulling away. Young, McPherson, and Walters. No change in the batting order up front as we come to the halfway mark. 4 more laps to go. Corey McPherson in the C33 trying to get a little closer to Terry Young for second. Trying a higher line. Young still got the fast line off of 4, but Corey Charger into 1 on the outside of Young again. Jim Fosnot, who started last in the 20J, has climbed his way to 5th. Jimmy Fosnot into the top 5 in the 20J. 2 laps to go for Lipinski. Bob Lipinski, your points leader, looking to pick up 10 more if he can get this heat race win. One lap around the action track. Down the back straightaway one more time. In his executive brokerage services, Hampton Concrete 55L, it's the Green Machine. Bob Lipinski getting the win over Terry Young and Corey McPherson. Jeff Walters gets 5th in the 35. Jimmy Fosnot, Kevin Haas, Petrowski, Eric Petrowski, Mike Miller, and Don McClure are next. Bob Lipinski stays on a roll. Your points leader gets 10 more points for winning that heat rate. 207. 286, 207. 380. You have 15 minutes. You have till 9:10. You have till 9:10 to get to the front gates. 380, Pat Hanley on the pole from Monroeville. 24, Mike is Bob Nelson from Dunbar, and the 79 is Brad Catellis. Brad Catellis. Vance Auto Parts Sportsman not wasting any time as we're underway. Pat Hanley's 380 auto auction 380. 380 Auction Warehouse, It's All Clean Mobile Pressure Washing 380. And Pat's cars always look clean. He leads the way. Gilliland second, Petrovich third. The Shrek, Paul Schreckengost fourth right now in the 3S. And he's running way up the banking. He's got a head of steam coming off that second turn, and look at him scoot. Hanley in front, Gilliland second for the time being. Schreckengost on the outside trying to pull alongside Petrovich fourth. Ryan Moyer fifth. Pat Hanley, meantime, shows the way. Ryan Moyer now in the 13X, challenging Paul Petrovich for the fourth spot, the final peel draw position. 5 laps to go. Ryan Moyer makes the pass for fourth. And the Set It Off Auto, Ingram Engines, Carco Signs 13X. Trying to catch up to the Schreck Brothers Racing Sunshine Cleaning 3S of Paul Schreckengost. Mike Gilliland still second in the 24 at the halfway mark. It's All Clean Pressure Washing, 380 Auto Auction, 380 of Pat Hanley, your leader. Ryan Moyer now sweeps into third. Moyer third. Schreckengost has to get out of the gas. He is back to fourth. Petrovich and Bob Nelson are right there behind Schreckengost. So is Brett McDonald in the 25. Pat Hanley continues to pedal down the back chute. Mike Gilliland, big advantage in the second spot. Moyer and Schreckengost. Bob Nelson out of fifth, looking for fourth. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Pat Hanley is currently fifth in the Lernerville point standings, but he leads the Dirt Car East region of the Sportsman division. And he's your leader down the back chute one more time. Half a straightaway over Mike Gilliland. Ryan Moyer. Who's going to be fourth? Paul Schreckengost or Bob Nelson? The win will go to Pat Hanley. Mike Gilliland second, Ryan Moyer third, and Paul Schreckengost will get fourth. .380, Pat Hanley, your winner, folks. 24, Mike Gilliland second. 13X, Ryan Moyer third. Advanced Auto Parts Sportsman lines up like this. Sean Thorne in the Sharap Automotive 12 on the pole. He's out of Vandergrift. Out. Advance tickets for the weekend on sale at Lernerville.com. Sean Thorne and Joe Kelly take the green flag, and Kelly 66, Auto Supply 66 takes the lead. Joe so close to winning the feature last week before Bob Lipinski took it away from him. Bob Egley hard on the binders at the end of the back straight, and Brew Baker spins out in car 2. The 12 machine, Sharap Ford Chrysler Jeep Dodge 12, and the 66 Auto Supply, Nick Chevrolet 66. Bob Egley has not had a great start to his year in the VAS Custom Exhaust and Body Collision Center. Ingram Engines number 30, and he looks like he wants to change that tonight. He's challenging for second as Camo Carbo brings the Butler Stonecraft Dowds Brothers 54 up to fourth. Peace Construction, one of the other sponsors on Wayne Carbo's car. And it's the 32 car of Mark Sanders, the 78 of John Watson. Egley going for the lead like a purple streak down the back chute. He's got the upper hand off of turn 4. Kelly will come charging back on the outside into turn number 1. Egley still your leader. Kelly and Sean Thorne going at it hot and heavy for second. Halfway this time, 4 down and 4 to go. Egley continues to lead, and Sean Thorne now solidly into second. Super Joe Kelly third, and Wayne Carbo not far behind in fourth. He's tightening up for second, third, and fourth. Carbo slides into third. Sanders, Watson, Hanovic, and Baker are next. Wayne, the train Carbo on the charge down the low side. He thinks better of it heading into turn number 3. He was about to pull alongside the 12 of Sean Thorne. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Bob Egley, champion a year ago, trying to get his first heat race win of the season. One more time around the action track for Bob Egley. Second, still undecided, Carbo, nipping at the heels of Sean Thorne off at 2 down the back chute. Joe Kelly right there as well. Camo Carbo goes to the outside of Thorne into 3 and 4. Egley is going to win it. Thorne second, Carbo will get third, and Kelly fourth. Final heat race of the night is won by Kataning's Bob Egley, your defending champion in this dirt car sports mill. They're also off of the Parkway West in Robinson Township and in the South Hills of Pittsburgh too. The official pace truck suppliers of Lernerville, number 1 Cochran. We got the Big E. Mike Lutz in car 8, Rod George in the 4. It's Kenny Ross Auto Group night. These are your commercial truck and trailer sprint cars, and it is feature time. Green is out. And they're wheel to wheel. Down the back chute, Lutz takes the upper hand in the 8. George in the 4 is second. Madison at 33 slides into third. Scott Fennell moves into fifth. Underneath the 9 of Schaefer as they head off at turn 4 down the front stretch. Rod George, who was second, Ed Lynch Jr. last week, trying to take the lead away from Mike Lutz. It's still Lutz in front, George second. And Mattis and Todd Bauer in the 45 running fourth. Scott Fennell and Kevin Schaefer, it's a yellow side-by-side battle for fifth. Jack Soderman Jr. right behind them in the 23. Lutz continues to lead. Gary Rankin joining that battle with Jack Soderman Jr. just behind Bennell and Schaefer. Schaefer now ahead of Bennell, and Rankin off the low side in the 16. Trying to climb into the top 5. Lutz in front of George. Mattis and Bauer now side by side for third. 4 laps down, 21 to go. Mike Lutz continues to hit his marks off the low side of that second turn. Rod George able to charge a little harder into the corners on the outside. Lutz finding a little grip coming off. 20 laps to go. Bauer third. Mattis fourth. Gary Rankin is now into the top 5 in car 16. Schaefer is 6th. Soderman 7th. Bennell 8th. Holben is 9th. Bob Felmy in car 6 moving under Holben for 9th. Ed Lynch Jr. up to about 12th now, or 13th in car 12 after starting 24th. Battle for the lead. It's still Lutz, but Rod George is getting closer and closer. They're wheel to wheel into turn 4. George has got the upper hand as they come off of the 4th turn, and the Katanning Comet is your leader, completing lap number 7. Lutz now will try to do the catching up. Bauer is 3rd. Mattis is 4th. Rankin 5th. Schaefer 6th. Soderman 7th. Caution is out for Lindsey Ensko. Donnie Gallagher with the green flag is his hand as they come to the cone here off of 4 right at the flag stand, and we are back underway. Your commercial truck and trailer sprint car feature event. It's still Rod George, Mike Lutz, Todd Bauer, Gary Rankin out of the inside of Brent Mattis. Rankin trying to move forward to 4th. He does on the inside of turn number 4. Mattis 5th, Schaefer 6th. Todd Bauer sweeping the outside of turn 2 in the 45, trying to move into second. He pulls alongside of Mike Lutz. Schaefer now 5th in car number 9. Todd Bauer and Mike Lutz wheel to wheel around the Lernerville Speedway. Bauer has the upper hand for second as Rod George extends his lead to a half a straightaway. Bob Felmy trying to track down Jack Soderman Jr. for the 7th spot. Scott Pinnell, Dan Kurriger, Charlie Holben, Ed Lynch Jr. all running together there in mid-pack. 15 laps to go, 15 to go. Awful 4, it's the Katanning Comet, Rod George ahead of Todd Bauer, Mike Lutz, Gary Rankin, and now Kevin Schaefer. Looks like he's starting to build some momentum in the Schaefer tire number 9. Rankin holds him off down the back chute. Brent Mattis right there with that group as well. 4 cars battling here off of turn number 4. Lutz, Schaefer, Rankin, and Mattis. Soderman, Felmy, Bunnell, Kurriger, and Holben, and then Lynch. Cars smoking badly. Pete Miller, the 3rd, and the 3 being black flag. Here's your leader, Rod George, completing lap 13. We're halfway. Halfway for Rod George. He is starting to lap more cars as he heads into turn 3. Todd Bauer trying to close the gap. Now Kevin Schaefer and Mike Lutz wheel to wheel for 3rd. Schaefer off of 4 has got the 3rd spot by car length. Lutz trying to pull back even into turn number 1. Gary Rankin right behind them in 5th. George now closing on the 3 car of Pete Miller, who's smoking badly. Off of 4, Schaefer still 3rd by just 2 car lengths over Lutz. Rankin 5th, Mattis 6th, then Soderman, Felmy, Kurriger, Bunnell, Holben, and Lynch. Rod George off of 4, lapping no one that lap, still just ahead of Pete Miller. 2 lap cars between himself and Todd Bauer. Bauer trying to have a career best Lernerville finish here. Under 10 laps to go for the Katanning Comet, Rod George. Rod has got 3 wins this year up at the Mercer Raceway, and spinning is Charlie Holben. He does a 360 and keeps it going. The green stays out. Holben does a 360 mid-pack and keeps it going. Schaefer now into 2nd. Kevin Schaefer has pulled ahead of Todd Bauer for 2nd with 7 laps to go. 7 laps to go. Bauer 3rd, Lutz is 4th, Gary Rankin still 5th, but Dan Kurriger on the outside is coming on like gangbusters in the 08 car. Rod George by himself out in front with 5 to go. Schaefer still 2nd, Bauer 3rd, Lutz is 4th, and here comes Danny Kurriger, your 5th place car now. Kevin Schaefer more than a straightaway behind race leader Rod George, who took the lead on lap 7. With the Doc Crawford, Suzanne Stuyvesant, Pro Shot Directional Boring, number 4. 3 laps from the checkered flag. Schaefer still 2nd. Bauer 3rd, Lutz 4th. Kurriger and Mattis. Soderman, Rankin, Bunnell, and Lynch. Rod George sweeps the outside of turns 1 and 2. Just a lap and a half away from his first Lernerville win this year. He's been a 3-time winner up at Mercer Raceway Park. This would be his 39th career sprint car feature win at Lernerville. He's a lap away from the payday. After back-to-back second-place finishes, the Katanning Comet off of turn number 4 will pick up The commercial truck and trailer sprint car win. Rod George, your winner. His 39th career. Kevin Schaefer, second. Todd Bauer, career best Lernerville, third. Dan Kuriger, fourth, and Mike Lutz, fifth. Fifth. Katanning first, Katanning second, and it's an Armstrong County night so far in the commercial truck and trailer sprint cars. Rod will pick up the trophy from Kenny Ross Auto Group. The Suzanne Stuyvesant, Dr. John Crawford, Pro Shock Directional Boring. Number 4, his 4th win overall this year, 3 at Mercer, now 1 here. How about a nice hand, folks, for the Katanning Comet, Rod George. After 2 seconds, I guess you were due to get the first.
You know what? First, I got to say, happy birthday, Bill Stuyvesant. And I got to thank my car owner, Suzanne Stuyvesant. Her mom and brother were riding with us tonight, and she said that today, and it was a great track. Racing surface was great. It makes it a lot easier to start up front for sure, but it was a lot of fun.
As the race went on, did it feel like it was getting better? Because it sort of looked like it.
You know what? I got my crew chief back this year, Rick Lebecchio, and he always has the car right. So if I don't screw up, it's usually pretty much on the money.
Congratulations, Rod. Get the trophy from Kenny Ross Auto Group, and Mandy, good job.
Thank you.
Rod George, folks, your winner in the commercial truck and trailer sprint cars. Young, Terry's mom, who is a cancer survivor, and she's going to drive the car around the racetrack just to pace tonight. She beat it. And she wanted to take a trip around the racetrack in her son's race car. Why not tonight? We had the Warriors in pink Mustang out there earlier. And now Donna Young, Terry's mom, a cancer survivor, driving her son's car proudly around the Lernerville Speedway. Another happy birthday to Bev Stewart. Bev Stewart. Where's Steve? How about a nice hand, folks, for Donna Young, a cancer survivor. Barber from South Park, 88 Chuck Sarver from West Sunbury, 48 John Flinner from Zelienople, the 4 of Alex Faree from Saxonburg, and the 1J of Davey Murdoch from Slippery Rock. H1 Jared Miley from South Park, and the 67 of Bob Waring Jr. from Renfrew. J4 John Garvin Jr. from Saxonburg, and the 22 of Greg Satterley from Rochester Mills. 32X is Terry Porter from Erie. 72 is Michael Norris from Sarver. 2J Mike Johnson from Imperial, and the 72B of Jim Kerpakis from Leechburg. 10 Gary Lau from Hyde Park, and the 23 of Tony Burke from Sarver. 32 Tom Bateman from Carnegie. The S1 of Jim Kudas from North Versailles. John Over in the K2 out of Uniontown. 66 Todd Bachman from Natrona Heights. The 25B of Mark Booth. Kenny Ross Auto Group night. These are your Friedman Fresh Market Dirt Car late models for 25 laps. And the green is out. Geisler leads the field into turn 1. Horton on the outside, Lux on the inside, down the back straightaway. Side by side into 3. Horton goes up the banking, Lux off the bottom. Little Will at the stripe. Doug Horton, your leader. No, maybe it's Matt Lux. Geisler third, Barbara fourth, Flinner is fifth. Then it's Faree, Sarver, Satterley, and Miley. Miley's got the right rear spoiler ripped loose on the H1. Doug Horton and Matt Lux down the back straightaway. It's Horton by a car length. Faree now into fifth in car number 4. Lux by a car length behind the Brewston Mills Bandit. Doug Horton that lap. Barber now third. Faree trying to move into fourth underneath the 1C of Lynn Geisler. Greg Satterley, who started 12th, is up to 6th. Satterley in the 22 has moved to 6th. He dives under Geisler, and he'll move into 5th off of turn number 4. Horton and Lux continue their dance down the back chute. Satterley now tries the outside of Faree for 4th. 5 are down, 20 to go. Barber by himself in 3rd. Satterley has swung by Alex Faree for 4th as Matt Lux tries to pull even with Doug Horton for the lead. Lap traffic not far ahead of the race leaders. Horton will lead lap 6 again. He has led every lap so far, but never by much. Matt Lux has the lead down the back straightaway by a car length as they head into turn number 3. The Alternamats 21 and the Bobby Lake Motorsports 46. Will to Will off of 4, and Lux will be your leader at the end of lap number 7. Barber 3rd, Satterley 4th, Faree 5th, Geisler 6th, Miley 7th, Flinner is 8th, Sarver is 9th. Michael Norris and Bobby Waring Jr. battle for 10th. John Mollick in the pits. Greg Satterley is up to 3rd. Satterley to 3rd after starting 12th. Matt Lux in front of Doug Horton as they head off at 2 down the back chute. Lutz gets by Jim Kudas, who appears headed for the pits. Kudas pitting. Traffic, thick traffic ahead of the race leaders who complete lap number 9. Greg Satterley, go get him, Greg. On the move as he closes on Doug Horton for 2nd down the back chute. Lux to the bottom of 2 lap cars. Through 3 and 4 side by side. Off of 4 for 2nd. Satterley threads the needle. And now he sets his sights on Matt Lux. It's still Matt Lux in front. 1 lap car, 2 lap cars between he and Greg Satterley. Doug Horton and Keith Barbara all in tow into 3 and 4. Free is 5th and Jared Miley 6th. Closing in on halfway, we've got 11 laps down. 11 laps are down. The Franklin Flyer, Matt Lux down the back straightaway. With Go Get 'Em Greg Satterley in second. Doug Horton, the early race leader, still third. Car pitting is Tom Bateman in the 32. The race for third, fourth, and fifth tightening up now between, as we got a race for the lead off at turn 2, Doug Horton, Keith Barber, and Alex Ferree, as Lux ducks to the inside of Mark Booth. Trying to lap him, and here comes Satterley trying to stick his nose in the middle of it all in turn number 4. It's all about momentum on this slick surface, and Satterley rolling right behind Lux into turn number 1. The Franklin Flyer and Go Get 'Em Greg down the back chute. They're side by side for third now. Keith Barber's Triangle Benefits, Patoka Trucking 17. Trying to take third away from the Brewston Mills Bandit. Doug Horton does. Into 1, Satterley on the outside of Lux. They're wheel-to-wheel off at turn number 2 as we come down the back straightaway. Greg Satterley has got the lead by half a car length into 3. Lapping to 21 of 10 laps to go. Satterley, who started 12, taking the lead on lap 15, and now Lux tries to take up the chase. Horton is still third, Barber fourth, and Miley now fifth. Jared Miley's car looks to be getting better. He swings to the outside of Keith Barber off at turn number 4. He will edge ahead of Barber for that 4th spot. Satterley around Todd Bachman. Lux will try to do the same into 3. Horton third, Miley 4th, Barber 5th, Ferree 6th, all running together through 3 and 4. Jared Miley now alongside of Doug Horton for third. Down the back straightaway, it's Greg Satterley opening it up by half a straightaway over Matt Lux. Jared Miley is on the charge. He has cleared Doug Horton. He is third. Horton is 4th. Barbara breaks. Keith Barbara breaks. Alex Ferree now moves to 5th in car number 4. Miley to the outside of Todd Bachman, trying to clear him with Doug Horton and Alex Ferree not far behind. 3rd, 4th, and 5th together off of turn number 4. Flinner runs 6th. Mike Johnston unofficially 7th. Lynn Geisler, I believe, 8th, although that is very unofficial right now. Here comes your leader. Is he fast or what? Here in 2009. Go Get 'Em Greg Satterley with 5 laps to go, trying to get his 3rd feature win of 2009 here at Lernerville. Thick traffic ahead of him, though, as he heads down the back chute. He's got a lot of room to work with, but he may not know that. Satterley in thick traffic, off of 4 as he squeezes to the very, very bottom of the racetrack. Has to get on the binders into 1. Matt Lux and Jared Miley have got a chance to close in now as Satterley is bottled up. Lux runs out of room on the inside of Gary Lau. Jared Miley now is on his tail into turn number 3. Satterley will move up a groove. He's still pinned behind lap traffic with 3 laps to go. Satterley goes to the middle of 1. Steel box behind Murdoch and Waring. Miley to the outside of Lux. He'll move to 2nd. Greg Satterley bottled up. Jared Miley trying to charge home. Off of turn 4, 2 laps to go. Satterley clears Bob Waring Jr. Now pitches the card hard into turn 1 between Davey Murdoch and Chuck Sarver. Down the back straightaway, he's in the middle again, and this time he'll squirt out the other end. Greg Satterley, your leader. 1 lap to go for his 2nd win in a row and 3rd of the season here at the action track as he laps the K2 of John Over into turn number 1. Jared Miley closing ground, but needs a caution. Miley 2nd, Lux is 3rd, Horton 4th, Ferree 5th. 2 in a row for Go Get 'Em Greg Satterley. Jared Miley 2nd, Matt Lux 3rd, Doug Horton 4th, Alex Ferree 5th. One more and he'll have to do what Ed Lynch Jr. did and start last. That's 2 in a row, 3 overall. He'll pick up the Kenny Ross Auto Group trophy from Mandy Golick. By the way, fans, Rod George is down in alternate victory lane. He's gone. He's gone, excuse me. He's gone. Good. His Impala rocket gets her done again. How about a nice hand? He's out of the car. The soft-spoken Greg Satterley, your winner in the Friedman Fresh Market Dirt Car Late Models for the second week in a row. And really, folks, as we said last week, he could have been 4 for 4. Could be 5 for 5, but woulda, coulda, shoulda. He's got 3, and I'm sure he's happy for that. You have a chance to catch your breath. That's 25 fast laps, isn't it?
Yeah, went quick.
And it's really going quick. The way this car is tremendous.
Yeah, it was really good again. The track was a lot like last week, so we kind of went right back to what we did last week, and it seemed to be just about as good. We made a few adjustments, and I think we made the car better, so it pretty dialed in on the slick surfaces. So.
Greg, I had so many people tell me there's something wrong with the right front of his car. There's something wrong with the right front of his car. It literally looks like it's laying down and the wheel's going to fall off. But obviously that's the way you want it because this thing goes through the turns like a rail.
Yeah, we have it set to help steer a little better, and then it gets slick and you can drive it straight. And it seemed to be working all right.
You got into real thick traffic at the end. You had to be concerned.
I didn't know how far ahead I'd got, but I was trying to move through as quick as I could without hitting anyone or slowing myself down. But I was getting a little worried at the end. I was having some problems, but it was all right.
People you want to thank?
Just everyone that came and helped tonight, and everyone that pitches in with the car, and really appreciate it. All the sponsors. So.
Congratulations, folks. Go get them, Greg. Greg Satterley, your winner in the Friedman Fresh Market Dirt Car Late Models. By the way, we told you about Donna Young, Terry's mom, driving around in his sportsman car. Well, Ginger Malloy, one of our own employees here at Lernerville, also is a breast cancer survivor. She's got the pink T-shirt on, and she's driving around in the Warriors of Pink Mustang with the Big E. So how about a nice hand for Ginger and all the cancer survivors? If you haven't, you can still donate to the Susan G. Komen Race for the Cure down at the apparel trailer. Diehl Auto Group Dirt Car Modifieds are next on the agenda. Also for 25 laps. The lineup goes like this. The 5 of Brian Sadler and the 61 of Davey Murdoch. 29E Eric Martin and the 45 of Steve Fetter. 777 Kevin Bull. Brian Sadler in the 5, double duty Dave Murdoch in the 61. Bring the field to the stripe, and the green is out. Murdoch leads it. Sadler is second. 45, Steve Fetter trying to take the second spot off of 4 and does. Phil Evans and Kevin Bullen are right in tow there, the top 5. Bullen now swings along the bottom of 1, pick up at least 1 spot, and Evans will pass him right back off of turn 2. Well, he just ran 25 laps in his late model, or in the late model, and now he's got his dirt car modified onto the Speedway. He's got to be, you got to know what the racetrack is like for sure. The Steve's Auto Body Armstrong Zoom Internet 61 of Dave Murdoch is pouring it on here in the early going. Steve Fetter having the race of his life in second right now. Evans third, Bullen fourth. Shingle-Decker has moved to fifth in the third and a spin. It's one of the Martins. It's the 29E of Eric Martin that brings out the caution. Still have time to do it down at the Lernerville apparel trailer. Green is out. Oh, Bullen trying to sneak through them. Oh, we got a wheel off of one car. It's Phil Evans. Bullen has also got damage. He loses a wheel as well. That was just the center plug out of the Kevin Bullen car, but he's got a broken wheel. 777 headed to the pits, and unfortunately, Phil Evans Jr. will have to do the same. 045, 022, 045. From the Sean Thorne Racing Team. Numbers, just bring your tickets up to the press box, see Reggie at the front door, and he'll fix you right up. Green is out. Skip Moore in the 72 gets into the 72 of Mike Miller. He spins around and gets collected, and the green stays out. And green is still out. Now the caution is out. Caution is out. We got a problem over in turn 2. It's the 29E of Eric Martin. Green is out. Double duty Dave Murdoch still your leader. Jeremiah Shingle-Decker all the way to second now in the 37 MD. Here comes Dale Rouget Jr., the Frenchville Flyer, to third. Flick is fourth. Murdoch up the banking in turn 4. Rouget to second. Double duty Dave Murdoch over Dale Rouget Jr., Jeremiah Shingle-Decker, Mark Flick, and now Brian Swartzlander into fifth in car 83. Caution is out. We've got another metal bar somewhere on the racetrack. Dale Rouget Jr. has come from 12th to 2nd. Can he do what Greg Saturday did in the last race? Won it 2 weeks in a row. He thunders onto the outside of Davey Murdoch into 1 and 2 down the back straightaway. And there, a wheel to wheel to 3. Murdoch has got just a bit of advantage. Rouget says no, and we got a spin. It's the 45 of Steve Fetter. 4 points. Shingle-Decker leading the region points for dirt car for the modifieds. Bolden leading the track points, but in the pits. And Murdoch continues to lead, but Dale Rouget Jr. has got another plan in turn 2. He will take the top spot. Murdoch tries to come back at him on the low side. Swartzlander, meantime, alongside of Shingle-Decker for third. Flick is fifth. We may get a lap in the books. 5 down, 20 to go. Diehl Rouget Jr. not wasting time as he comes from 12th to 1st in the first 5 laps of this feature event. Murdoch, Swartzlander, Shingle-Decker, Flick, Turner, Moore, Pearson, and Murdoch. The lead is growing for the Frenchville Flyers. Closest race in the top 5 is the one for 3rd between Brian Swartzlander and Jeremiah Shingle-Decker. Fifteen more laps to go for Diehl Rouget Jr. He starts to close on the back of the field, lapping the 69X of Dennis Slater. Jeremiah Shingle-Decker even up with Brian Swartzlander into turn 1 for 3rd. Has a bit of an advantage over Brian now down the back straightaway into 3. Murdoch trying to lap Slater and does. Shingle-Decker 3rd, Swartzlander 4th, Flick is 5th, Dean Pearson up to 6th. He started way in the back. Dean Pearson having an impressive run here in the 8J. He started 19th. Car 8J, Dean Pearson. He's trying to move into the top 5. The Family Tradition Restaurant, Allegheny Crane, 8J, alongside of the Tri-County Homes 2 of Mark Flick in the battle for 5th. Rouget lapping more cars into turn 3 on the inside of the racetrack. 10 laps from the checkered flag. Double duty, Dave Murdoch 2nd, Jeremiah Shingle-Decker 3rd, Brian Swartzlander 4th, and they're still wheel-to-wheel now for 5th as they get by the Dennis Slater 69X. Flick just ahead of Pearson. Pearson now had the 5th spot, off at 2, but Flick comes charging back on the low side of 3. Off of 4, Mark Flick and Dean Pearson continue to dance their way around the action track, side by side. Diehl Rouget Jr. last week picking up his 5th career Lernerville win, trying to get 2 wins at the action track in a row for the first time in his career. Less than 8 laps from the checkered flag. Dave Murdoch alone in 2nd, Jeremiah Shingle-Decker 3rd, Murdoch working traffic as is the race leader. Swartzlander's dropped back in 4th now. Pearson 5th. Flick is 6th, Turner 7th, Skip Moore is 8th, Carl Murdoch 9th, and Steve Fetter in the 45 is currently 10th. Just ahead of the race leader, Diehl Rouget Jr., who's on a rail into turn 3 and now off of 4. Five more laps around. 5 laps to go for Diehl Rouget Jr. Mark Flick not giving up in that race for fifth. He and Dean Pearson. Pearson just ahead of Flick off of turn number 4. Four laps to go, 4 to go. Jeremiah Shingledecker trying to close just a bit on Dave Murdoch for second. As they work lap traffic in turn 1, Murdoch clear to the top side around 2 lap cars. Give himself a little daylight over Shingledecker. Rouget took the lead, I believe, on lap number 5, and there he has stayed, convincing fashion tonight. Now the back straightaway around Carl Murdoch, so Rouget has lapped well into the top 10. 2 laps to go for the Frenchville Flyer. The Vinyl Graphics Unlimited Hirsch meets K&H Air Filters, Bilstein Shocks. To Kreiner powered Bicknell. Big Dale. 1 lap away from his second win in a row. Murdoch still second, Shingledecker third. Car off the pace is the 123 of Eddie Brown, limping around the top side of the racetrack. The caution is out. The caution is out. Dale Rouget Jr. trying to win 2 in a row at Lernerville for the first time in his career. He and Davey Murdoch bring the field off of 4, and the green is back out. Murdoch going to try it on the outside into 1 and 2. Climbing the banking. Off at 2, it's still Rouget, Murdoch, Shingledecker, Schwartzlander, and now Flick is back into 5th. Mark Flick, who had run 5th for so long, back into the 5th spot. 1 more lap to go, 1 more time around. Dale Rouget Jr. down the back straightaway. The Vinyl Graphics Unlimited Hirsch meets K&H Air Filters. 20D just ahead of Davey Murdoch and Jeremiah Shingledecker. Rouget is going to win it. Murdoch, Shingledecker, Schwartzlander, and Flick, your top 5. Another Kenny Ross Auto Group trophy.
He talked to me today. I told him I'd get him. BC Designs out of Connecticut helps us out. So K&N filters, FK rod ends. Like I said, Kreiner, they put a great engine under us. This is what we get.
Good job.
Thanks a lot.
Dale Rouget Jr. winner again in the Diehl Auto Group Dirt Car Modifieds. Auto Parts Dirt Car Sportsman. Sean Thorne in the 12, Ryan Moyer the 13X, Paul Streckengost in the 3S, Jeff Walters 35, 54 Wayne Carbo, C33 of Corey McPherson scheduled to start in that third row. Then the 28Y of Terry Young and the 24 of Mike Gilliland. 66 Joe Kelly, the 380 of Pat Hanley, 30 Bob Egley. And last week's winner, Bob Lipinski, in the 55F, started 12th and won. Cause of someone not starting, Lipinski actually starting, looks like, in spot 11. Green is out. Oh, man. 3 wide up front. And they've made it to turn 1. And turn 2. Sean Thorne. And the Sharap 12, your leader. Jeff Walters in the 35 trying to move into second. He and Corey McPherson in the C33. Then Ryan Moore in the 13 next trying to make it 3 wide for second again into turn 1. Just Wayne Carbo in the 54 to the bottom trying to make it 4 wide down the back straightaway. Oh my goodness. Watch them in turn 3. Still going. Sean Thorne, your leader over McPherson. Carbo, Moyer, Terry Young, unofficially in 5th in car 28 wide. Sean Thorne, Sharab Ford Chrysler Jeep Dodge, the Hot Dog Guys 12 is your leader. Bob Egley comes bursting through into turn 3 in the 30. He moves up to 5th. McPherson goes high. Carbo is second. Moyer and McPherson neck and neck for 3rd. Down the back straightaway. Still Sean Thorne, Wayne Carbo, Corey McPherson. Here comes the green machine. Bob Lipinski into that race with Bob Egley and Terry Young for 5th. Down the back, or in the front straightaway into turn 1. They're 3 wide for 5th off of turn 2 down the back chute. Ryan Moyer shoots to the outside of McPherson trying to get to 3rd. Look at this, 3 wide behind the race for 5th. Almost 4 wide again off of 4. I told you wouldn't be disappointed. The Advanced Auto Parts Sportsman. And McPherson spins. He's been on the ragged edge. He tried to do a 360, but he didn't make it, and the caution is out. Whoa, too early, too early. At the line of turn 4 we go. Carbo, Lipinski on the prowl. Egley and Moyer. And we got a car turned around off of turn 2. John Watson trying to get the 78 going. Caution is out. Y's got some fans here. 35, 380, 66. There's a long way to go and a short time to get there. 14 more laps. Carbo slipped on the start in the 54. And Lipinski takes over the lead, and Egley moves to second. Jeff Walters up high in the 35. Trying to hold on to 4th. He and Ryan Moyer come off of 4th side by side. Walters will have 4th, Moyer 5th, Kelly 6th, then Terry Young and Pat Hanley. Boy, it's all about getting your car to work. You get it to work, you can run just about anywhere because the track is pretty consistent, top to bottom. Lipinski just ahead of Egley. Egley now to the low side in turn 4. Carbo almost spins the car. Camo Carbo losing 2 spots. And he'll drop back to 5th. So now he's about to be overhauled by Joe Kelly if he's not careful. Lipinski and Egley down the back chute. Moyer 3rd, then Walters. Kelly and Carbo. Haas and Young all running together. It's the 78 car again off the second turn. Another caution for John Watson. Another caution for Apollo's. Good start off at turn 4, rolling side by side. The green is out. Pinsky still leads, but not by much. Egley's got the inside lane open, and we got ourselves a drag race down the back chute. The green machine still in front of the Barney-mobile. But in turn 4, Egley's right back to the low side of Lipinski. Jeff Walters now up to third. Joe Kelly and Wayne Carbo side by side for fourth. Kevin Haas is sixth in the 48. Ryan Moyer has lost big ground in the 13 car. Haas to the inside of Kelly, muscling his way into fifth. Past halfway, 9 laps to go. Bob Lipinski and Bob Egley, Bob and Bob. Walters, Carbo, Kevin Haas, Ryan Moyer now trying to work his way back into the top 5. He's right at the very, very top in the 13. Moyer, Kelly, and Sanders having a nice battle for the 6th spot. Egley continues to challenge Lipinski. Seems like he's able to catch him when he wants, but has not been able to manifest enough speed to get by. Carbo and Walters would have will for third. Pitting is Mike Miller in 87 and Corey McPherson in C33. Spins around, trying to keep it going, but can't. Caution is out. That's his second caution. Second caution for Corey McPherson. Green means go, and that's what the gang's up to again. Lipinski, O'Reilly, Carbo. Look at this. Man, it's getting crowded. Oh, Walters in the 35 gets a piece of Carbo, tries to spin out of it, and we got a wreck up in turn 4. Green means go. It's the Bob and Bob show into turn 1. Instead of the morning show, it's the Friday night show, Bob and Bob. Lipinski still over Egley by just enough to carry the lead into 3. Haas sits third. Sanders into the top 5 in the 32, challenging Ryan Moyer for 4th. It's Moyer 4th, Sanders 5th, Young and Kelly. 5.5 laps to the finish. The Haas Excavating and Demolition SS Repair Service 48 of Kevin Haas trying to track down Bob Egley's VS Custom Exhaust 30. And Rob Lipinski's Executive Broker Services 55. Lipinski up just a bit. Here comes Egley. Wow, that's close. Good thing it wasn't a 15-lap race. It would have been hard to determine the winner. Egley now. He'll make the pass for the lead, completing or down the back straight on lap number 16. Here comes Lipinski right back at you. Bob slides up. Bob slides down. It's Egley over Lipinski. This is what you pay to see. With 3 laps to go, Lipinski back to the inside. Whoa! Can't make it stop. Caution is out. Jeff Walters in the 35 sits atop turn 3. Caution is out. Two laps to go, 2 to go. Green is out. And the battle is on. Lipinski's back in front in turn 2. Purple power on the inside. Bob Egley trying to steal it back down the back, shoot into 3. Lipinski goes to the bottom. Can he make it stick? He'll drift up a bit. The white flag is waving off of 4. It's Lipinski and Egley. Haas and Sanders Terry Young getting a bump draft from Pat Haley, trying to break into the top 5 in the 28Y. Off at 2 down the back straightaway. Lipinski with Egley on his bumper. Into 3. Lipinski goes up. Here comes Egley off the bottom. Drag race time. Lipinski by half a car length. Great. Those who were quick last Friday were quick again tonight. Bob Lipinski, your winner, and defending champion Bob Egley up here to give him a nice handshake. Good sign of sportsmanship there. Good job, both of you. That was fun to watch. How about a nice hand, folks? Bob Lipinski back in Sheets Victory Lane.
Thanks a lot, man. That was a great race.
It was a great race. You and Bob, inside, outside, look like late models. You're putting slide jobs on one another.
We're having a great race. I love it when it's like that. Just, you know, these guys are fun to race with.
You've won 5 of the last 8 features here, dating back to last year.
I'm on a roll.
You are on a roll. Did you think you had a shot without that last restart? Because he'd gotten by you.
I don't know. It would have been interesting. I mean, I didn't give up yet.
I was surprised you took the outside on the restarts, but you were able to carry it.
I didn't think it really mattered that much. I was more worried about carrying the momentum than I was about powering off the bottom.
Well, the track's pretty much the same from top to bottom, and you guys certainly used it all. It was fun to watch. Great race.
Thanks a lot, man. We had a ball.
People you want to thank?
Executive Brokerage Services, Hampton Concrete, Heinz Starters, Metal Shop Designs, and Advanced Auto Parts in Gibsonia, and all my friends and family that come and help every week.
How about a nice hand, folks? The Green Machine, Bob Lipinski, wins again in the Advanced Auto Parts Dirt Cars Sportsman. He gets the Kenny Ross Auto Group trophy from Miss Lernerville, Mandy Golick. Folks, we hope you enjoyed the action. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for bringing the sunshine with you. We'll be back here to do it all again next Friday night, 7:30 race time. Take your time going home. Have a great week, and we'll look forward to seeing you next Friday night here at Don Martin's Lernerville Speedway. Kids Club, you can let the Kids Club, you can let them through. Kids Club and the Green Machine team can all come out here into Victory Lane.
Catch all the Lernerville action live and on demand at dirt.tv. Stay up to date with all Lernerville Speedway news at lernerville.com.